1 to 2 trades a day. That's it. That's all you got to focus on. 1 or 2 trades a day, everything can change. There's no book written how to be a disciplined trader. There's no book on how not to over risk. There's no book on how not to overtrade. There's no books.
Okay.
No meditation, yoga is going to work. No, none of those meditations, prayers, they don't work. They don't.
Yeah.
If you focus on 1
playing
or
the
2,
affirmations in the background when you
it does not work. No matter what you do.
Okay.
You know, some guy was like, "What's your trading routine?" I'm like, "What do you mean? Like, I'm like, "No, I just trade."
Yeah.
You know, 1 or 2 trades a day, and you're gonna learn so much about yourself, so much about the trades you've taken, either profit or a loss. You're gonna learn so much about them.
Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Forex Broker Podcast. We're in Dubai. And ladies and gentlemen, we got the man himself, the king of Dubai now.
The king
you
of
might
Dubai.
as well say that. What's
the real
up,
king's
Roger?
thinking,
Yes.
"Yo, who's this guy?"
Roger Banks, how are you, man?
Good, man. How are you?
It's an honor. I am
Yes.
blessed
Nice
to
to see
meet you. You have added so much value to me. Back in 2020, I'm in IM
wow.
Academy.
Yeah.
You're the only person.
IM Academy.
Yeah, I'm in IM Academy. You are the only person that I'm seeing actually trading live, and it's for free. You're not telling me to pay anything, and so watching you, simple support and resistance.
Yes.
Simple, guys. Pay attention to what are you forming, a high or low, or whatever. Just simple structure-based trading.
Very simple.
It was mind-blowing, bro.
Yeah. Oh,
And
nice.
so watching you really has added value to me. I actually purchased Market Fluidity.
Oh,
so
nice.
yes, I am a member.
Okay.
How did this start for you, Raja? I know you were on the oil rigs, but what inside of you really felt like you needed to make a change and you needed to do something different?
Well, I was on the oil rigs. We're making good money. We're making about like 7,000 to 8,000 a month on the oil rigs, but we were substituting time for money because we were working 91 hours a week. We're away from home, missing birthdays, anniversaries, dinners, like whatever. We're all missing all that. And then I came back home, and I saw that there were some guys. They were making 8,000 to 15,000 a month, doing door-to-door sales. And I'm like, that's interesting. So they're making more than me. They're home every night, and they're spending less time making more money than me, right? And I'm like, that's interesting. You know, so then I messaged them like, hey, what's this? And it was like door-to-door sales, you know, high commissions. I'm like, okay, bet, let me try this. So I tried that. First month, did nothing. Second month, third month, went well. You know, then I started to get the gist of it. You know, so then I started to realize that, okay, my goal is not to make steady income substituting time. My goal is to make as much as I can, spending as little time as possible, right? I think that's the true meaning of freedom, where you consistently make more money spending less time.
Yeah.
You know, like no matter how much it is. And then one day, like, you know, now we have this door-to-door sales company, we have agents, I'm the manager, agents go out to work, whatever, and I'm scrolling on Instagram. I'm scrolling and I see this guy, Uncle Ted. He's in like $8,000, $10,000 in a day. And I'm looking at this, I'm like, wait a minute, he's making way more than me. You know, and then, like, you know, when you look at these social media posts, the algorithm keeps feeding you the same posts, you know?
Yeah.
The next day I see someone else, and then I see someone else, and then I'm like, whoa, shit, man, this guy's making more money than me.
Yeah.
What am I doing? You know, so that's where I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe this is where I can make more by spending less time. So that's how this whole journey started in the beginning.
It's really amazing to me that you've kind of stuck with that, because that's kind of your whole premise about having a set time you come to the market, less time is better, 1 or 2 trades per day. It all stems from that desire to get your time back, right? Let's talk about specializing in one instrument, one currency pair. Why is that so impactful for you?
See, you're basically, when you choose a pair, you want to make money from that pair. Like, you want something positive out of that pair. The same reason why you have relationships. Like, you know, you have a best friend, you choose your spouse. You choose your spouse because you want to have the best possible positive outcome from that person, right? So you're going to make sure you're going to spend time with them. You're going to know what triggers them. You're going to know what affects them in certain ways, right? And then you're going to, okay, you know what? This is the person, or this is the guy, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, currency pairs, the same thing. You know, if you're going to focus on multiple ones, you're not going to be really, truly able to understand what each pair does at different sessions, right? So let's say you choose pound yen. You choose pound yen in the Asian session moves differently because it's being affected by the yen. right? It moves differently in a London session because it's being affected by a pound. New York, the same thing, right? So that's why I made it my mission that if I'm going to be profitable, it has to be just one instrument which I can really master. You know, I know how gold moved in the Asian session over time, of course, right?
Yeah.
London session, New York session. So I know the nuances. I know if, let's say, there is some war happening, what's going to happen to gold? If Trump comes in, what's going to happen to gold? Now, you know, whatever policies they make, I'm going to understand that. But if you ask me that, hey, based on this news, what effect will this have on your USD? I'm not going to know.
Yeah.
You know, like being a trader doesn't mean you know everything. It just means you know everything of what you want to know, right? So that's why it's very important. Just stick to one pair so you can truly master it.
Yeah. That was really good. Let's get into trade management. You have always been big on going break even, you know, locking in profits. You were actually the first person that I've seen actively teaching that. Why is that so important? When did that become a staple of your day trading routine?
Because in the beginning, you know, we're all told this fallacy, like, you know, trading, you're going to make a lot of money, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, right? But what ends up happening is you lose a lot in the beginning, right? Well, you're going to make some, but then you end up losing. You're losing that, and then you lose much more. So I'm like, okay, in the beginning, if everyone's focused on making the most, but they're not focused on losing less, then it's probably not going to work, you know? So there's maybe some sort of a gap in the education Forex industry, right? Education only. So I'm like, okay, let me take this angle that, okay, let's focus on you losing less. Let's first lose less, you know, because let's say you get hurt. You get hurt, let's say you start bleeding. What do the paramedics do if you're bleeding? They stop the bleeding.
Correct.
They're going to make sure, let's stop the bleeding, let's stop it, and then let's see what we can do more, right? So if you're trading, you're bleeding money, you're losing. Instead of focusing on how to make more, let's start to focus on how to lose less. Because if you can lose less, then you can worry about making money, right? So that's why for me, it was very important to kind of like see how can I actively lose less every single day.
Yeah.
Like this morning, I took a trade on gold. It was a buy on gold. My risk was about $9,400, and I lost about $6,600 because I managed my risk. I lost less. Even when I lose less, that's a win for me, because then I have risk left over to use it later on.
I like that.
You know, so traders should really focus on make sure how can they lose less rather than, oh, I want to make 10K, 5K. That's going to come. First, let's get mature, right? And let's aim to see, can we really lose less in the market?
What's going on, traders? It's your boy Calvin here. Sorry for interrupting today's podcast episode. I'm still here in Dubai, and I wanted to tell you that if you're looking to trade bigger capital, being able to invest a little bit of money to trade bigger capital using Forex prop firms, if that's your thing, then check out Blue Guardian. Blue Guardian not only gives you the opportunity to trade in the Forex market, but you can also now trade in the futures market with their futures prop firm as well. Use the coupon code NEWTRADER1 for a discount today, and I look forward to hearing about you getting funded and possibly interviewing you right here on the podcast. Let's get right back to today's episode, and God bless you. Yeah. So give me the analogy for traders that like to babysit the charts. That famous analogy that you always use about babysitting charts, and if you work a job, do you pull up in the parking lot and just stare at the job? And
I mean, yeah, you can't.
Give us that analogy. Give us that analogy about babysitting the charts.
Like I've done that. Like in the beginning, what we do is like, you know, we are so focused on the charts.
Yeah.
We are so focused on everything that we're like, okay, we're gonna go to the gym and we're gonna be looking at the charts.
Yeah.
Right. Then we're gonna take a trade, and then we're gonna say, okay, let's do some sets. We do some bench press, you know, pumping up. We look at the trade. It's in drawdown, and then our workout vibe dies down a little bit. You know, we do a little bit more, and then we're like, okay, let's go home. Grocery store, same shit.
Same
like, you know,
stuff.
always looking at the charts, always looking at pairs, trades. You go out to dinner, you're looking. Man, there was a time in Canada where we were making good money trading, but our habits were so off. We'd be out in the club partying and still looking at the charts.
You kidding me?
Still looking at the charts. Oh, Asian Open's going to be here soon. Look at that. Not Asian, like London Open's going to be here soon.
Yeah.
It's pre-London now. Oh, what price is doing? And you know, this is wild stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same thing. Like if you work in an office.
There we go.
If you work in an office, And when you're done at 5 p.m.,
Mhm.
are you going to sit in your car and just watch who's coming out, who's going in? Oh, that's my manager. Oh, that's the admin guy. That's the HR lady. You know, no, you're not going to do that.
Mhm.
You're going to F this, and you're going to go home.
That's it.
You know,
That's it.
trading, the same thing.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same thing.
I
You know,
love
me, bro, like now here in Dubai, I trade pre-London,
Mhm.
you know, sometimes New York. Someone charts from 11 a.m. till maximum 1 p.m., those 2 hours. At 1 p.m. hits, I'm off.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm here now.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. What's exciting for you now? I mean, obviously, you have gotten to the point where trading is there. You know, it's there. It's there. You know how to make money there. You have exceeded the goal of no more time for money. You have magic keys. You have the broker. Like, what else you got going on? Oh, the education business is still
Education
flourishing.
business is
So
there, yeah.
what excites you now?
Bro, honestly speaking,
Uh-huh.
now what excites me is to teaching my kids new things.
Mm.
That's what excites me the most.
Come on.
The other day, I taught my 6-year-old to ride a bicycle without training wheels.
Wow.
It was incredible. The first day, he fell, he got frustrated because it was my fault. I bought the bike too big.
Oh. I heard you got a big truck too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard
an
you got a
Escalade.
big, a super big truck.
Super Escalade.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, you know, the first day he didn't do too well. The
Uh-huh.
second day he fell a few times, and I'm like, it's okay.
Mm.
It's okay. Let's try it again.
Yeah.
Let's get up, try. So that thing of like, you know, it's okay, let's do this again. Let's try this again. It's very important for human development.
Mm.
Because once we grow older, we lose that touch. If we fail, we're like, yeah, I'm not going to try this again. Right? But kids, they continue, try. It's the second day. He's like, when I tell you to let me go, you let me go. I'm like, okay. Some like, you know, running after him. Like
Yeah.
imagine me running in a neighborhood after a kid on the bike. You know, running after him, and he's like, let go, I let go. And he starts paddling and he's going. I'm like, yes, let's go. You know, so that was one of the, like, that's what I'm basically focused on now.
Yeah. So as a dad, like, let's stay there, because I'm a dad as well.
Oh, nice.
So I have 2 boys and I have a baby girl who's 6 months.
Same.
Yeah, same situation. Yeah, let's go.
So you're reliving the baby moments over and over again.
It's crazy
How
because you
beautiful
just got
that is.
adjusted to like having them older, where
Yeah.
you can kind of let them do their own thing.
Yeah.
Now you got somebody that needs your attention all the time,
Yes,
right?
she crawling now?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Almost there. Like we got the big
Rocking back
playpen,
and
yeah,
forth.
and things like that.
That's so
So,
hilarious.
what do you want your kids, when it's all said and done, what values do you want your kids to have in them as they conquer this world?
See, my boys, they, like my wife, she gives my boys everything. Like whatever they want, you know. And some people, they say like, you know, they're getting spoiled, this and this and that. I think it's okay to spoil them because it raises the bar in their head.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it raises the bar. Like my son knows that, okay, we have a Rolls Royce, we have a Ferrari. So it has raised the bar.
Yeah.
You know, so now when they get older, of course, they're more accustomed to these things. But when they get older, they're like, okay, we have to raise the bar higher.
Mm.
You know, it's not like you got to put your kids through torture and like, you know, make them go to some camp or whatever. No. You know, like you're giving them a stepping stone to build a bigger stepping stone. You know?
I like
So at the same time, like, you know, we're teaching them like a lot of compassion, empathy. Like if you, like you've been in Dubai now, so if you go to parking lots, you're going to have guys who are willing to wash your car for 20 dirhams.
Mhm.
20 dirhams is $4.
Yeah.
Right? So we intentionally, we let the guys wash their cars. I tell my son, look, the car wash costs 20 dirhams, but we always give them 100 dirhams.
I like that.
Like always. He's like, why more? I'm like, because, you know, this is what they do. It's hot. It's good to take care of people who have less money than you.
Mm.
Exact same words. Who have less than you, it's good to take care of them. And they're really starting to understand those things.
That's really good, man. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So any last thoughts that you would share with a new trader that's just getting into the space? What would you share with them?
1 to 2 trades a day. That's it. That's all you got to focus on. 1 or 2 trades a day. Everything can change. There's no book written how to be a disciplined trader. There's no book on how not to over risk. There's no book on how not to over trade. There's no books.
Okay.
No meditation, yoga is going to work. No, none of those meditations, prayers, they don't work. They don't.
Yeah.
If you focus on 1
Playing
or
the
2,
affirmations in the background when you.
it does not work. No matter what you do.
Okay.
You know, some guy was like, what's your trading routine? I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I'm like, no, I just trade.
Yeah.
You know, 1 or 2 trades a day. and you're gonna learn so much about yourself, so much about the trades you've taken, either profit or a loss. You're gonna learn so much about them. But when you're taking 10 trades a day, you don't want to journal 10 trades. You're like, "Oh, this is so embarrassing."
Yeah.
You know, it's just 1 or 2 trades and it changes everything.
I love
it just takes time.
I love it. And last thing, so I know that you were kind of like the black sheep, you know, quote unquote, in your family, right? So how
Yeah.
are things now?
They're good.
Yeah.
They're good.
You the man now, right?
I'm kind of like the man.
You're the
I'm kind of like, I'm not going to say, but like when goes down,
Yeah.
they come to me.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's how, like in every family.
It should be that way though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the oldest too,
There you
with
go.
no degree.
Ah.
You know, all my other siblings have degrees.
Yeah.
Framed.
Yeah.
Me, I have a picture frame. This is my picture. You know, but like in every household, there's always that one person who really takes it up to the next level.
Yeah.
There's always that one person. You know, so you got to make sure that you become one of them.
Yeah. I love it, man.
Either you take it to the ground or you take it.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go, man.
Yeah.
Raja, it's a pleasure, man. Thank you so
Yes.
much for
Thank you,
everything
man.
you've
Thank you.
added
Appreciate it.
to the traders, myself, and
Yes.
yeah, ladies and gentlemen, another episode of Forex Beginner Podcast. Raja Banks, big Raja in the building. A lot of big energy here, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Holla at
Thank
you
you.
later. Peace.
Take care.
Thank you again, Raja.
Yeah, man.
Yes, man. Love
Yo,
it,
that
love
was
it, love
awesome.
it.